Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we've got another first look, this time with the 8Bitdo M30 Bluetooth gamepad. Obviously 6-button Genesis styled controller, and we also have the retro receiver that you can use on the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive. So this thing is pretty sweet looking. I've really been looking forward to this, especially with the announcement of these controllers back when the Mega SG from Analog was announced. They did originally put out pre-orders for the 2.4 gigahertz version of this, but then shortly after they put out the Bluetooth ones as well. So from what I'm seeing, the Bluetooth ones are 30 bucks. The 2.4 gigahertz one is 25 bucks and comes with its own receiver. This guy, if you want to use it on the Sega Genesis, you will need the Bluetooth retro receiver separately, and this is $20. So it's kind of, you got to look at the best deal, what you want to use this thing for. I pre-ordered the 2.4 gigahertz controllers, and I decided after 8Bitdo reached out to me and said, hey, you want to check this guy out? That, man, I'm going to check this out, and I'm hoping it's great. If it's not, I'm canceling my 2.4 gigahertz controllers, but I have a really good feeling with this. 8Bitdo has a really awesome track record, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this bad boy, but it is compatible with your Nintendo Switch, so that is pretty damn sweet. I really can't wait to check out playing some Sega Genesis classics on the Switch with 8Bitdo's controller. The other thing, it works on Windows. Obviously, if you have Bluetooth on your PC, works on Android. You can use it on your Raspberry Pi, your cell phone, that kind of thing, Mac OS, Steam, and tons of other things. If you have any of the other 8Bitdo Bluetooth receivers, it'll work with that for any device. But the cool thing, the main thing I wanted it for, was to be able to use on my Sega Genesis and my upcoming Mega SG from Analog. But it'll also work on any of these like clone systems, like the pretty awesome Mega Retron HD from Hyperkin. If you have one of these guys, as long as you have the retro receiver and your system has the original Sega Genesis controller ports, you can sync it up and play. So that is pretty sweet. Now, the other thing with the other retro receivers that are out there, if you have the retro receivers for like the NES or the Super Nintendo Classic editions, it'll work with these guys as well. As hey, a lot of people have hacked these things and put, you know, Sega Genesis games on there, so it definitely would be pretty cool to use this controller on your Classic Edition system. But let's go ahead and get this bad boy open. Take a look at her. Can already tell, like this, there's some heft here. Oh, that does feel pretty damn nice. Got our 6 buttons, our start. Looks like, you know, like a power button, sync button on top, home button type thing. We'll have to look at the instructions for that. And she does come with instructions. The 8Bitdo stuff, I always keep the instructions because there's going to be specific ways that you need to sync this to different devices, and it'll explain it here, like the Switch. It'll say press and hold Y and start to turn on the controller. LEDs start to rotate from left to right. Press and hold pair button. So the pair button is that button on top. So that's our pair button right there. And then it looks like the middle button is select. The first button is start, and then the furthest button is home. So there we go. Or star, anyway, I said start. I'm reading it upside down. This is start. This is our star button for like on the Nintendo Switch and whatnot. You can map that to other things if need be. But yeah, there's a lot of directions on how to do all that. We will be testing this. Oh, it has turbo functionality as well. A lot of people always asking about that with controllers. It says hold the button you would like to set turbo functionality to, and then press the star button to activate or deactivate turbo. So there we go. We do have turbo functionality on this controller. That is pretty darn sweet, in my opinion. But there we go. We are going to test this out on various systems and take a look at that. This week, I'm not going to be doing too many videos. What I'm going to be doing is live streaming. So we will be live streaming with this plus the other controllers that I recently reviewed. We'll be doing separate streams for those. So that's going to start tomorrow or Tuesday night this week. So pretty cool. This does feel really good and comfortable in the hands. I like how it's shaped. The A, B, C feels really good. X, Y, and Z. Nothing I can really complain about. We do have our L and R's up there. The D-pad feels nice. There's our lights down there. It's blinking because I'm pressing buttons. The 8Bitdo logo and information on the back. Our charging port right there. She does come with a USB-C. So there we go. That plugs into the top there. Everything's going over to USB-C, so that's a pretty good thing there. A lot quicker charging and whatnot. So boom, comes with everything you need for a Bluetooth setup. Now, like I said, if you want to use this for the analog Mega SG that's coming out, or for your current, Sega Genesis system or clone system, you will need one of these retro receivers. So the retro receiver comes with a little tiny mini USB, and that's pretty much just for updating firmware. I mean, this thing doesn't need to be charged. It's powered by the system. And there it is. Nice little look. Not too big. There's the port for if you're gonna update the firmware. There's our plug. There is our sync button. And this thing would just plug right in. Let's see how that fits, if it's got a wobble or anything. No, that actually fits nice and snug. So that's a good thing. There's an LED indicator on the top. So that is pretty cool stuff, guys. Let's see how it fits in the Mega Retron anyway. See if that's a nice fit too. Yeah, pretty snug. Good stuff. So I'm super excited to check these controllers out. I'm really excited for this one. This one feels really good. We'll be streaming, like I said, this week. Every afternoon. I'm on the West Coast in California, so it'll be sometime evening, nighttime for me. But I am digging the way this feels. I could really see this being great for a RetroPie setup. 6 face buttons for your fighters. Some people, they want those controllers that have analogs. And for me, it just really depends on what I'm going to use it for. I have so many controllers dedicated for a lot of different things. And 8Bitdo makes a lot of controllers that have analogs like many other companies do. And I like these ones that are really focused and specific. This is Genesis style, Mega Drive style, with a little few extra things there, a little different form factor, nice and comfortable. Really excited for this. Now, the one thing that I was thinking with this is, if you're gonna use this for your Switch, RetroPie, all those kind of things, I think this is a good controller to get. I've used it a little bit, and my first impressions are that it's a really solid controller, but I do want to get a little more time with it and play with this on stream with you guys and chat it up and kind of give my final impressions. Those streams aren't going to be very long, maybe a half hour to an hour, so looking forward to that. But my other thought too is I do have the 2.4 gigahertz controllers pre-ordered specifically for the Mega SG. Those are $25 and they come with their own receiver. Now there's going to be pros and cons to that. You're only going to be able to use that on a Sega Genesis, which is what I originally intended. This can be used on the Sega Genesis, obviously, with that retro receiver here, but you're looking at $50 total for the whole package. Now, if you have no desire of playing this on your Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, you want to use this on your Nintendo Switch, your RetroPie, your cell phone, then you're only in it for $30. Now, if you just want dedicated controllers for your Sega Genesis, Mega Retron HD, or any of those Sega clone systems, I would probably recommend the 2.4 gigahertz ones over this, just because they're $25 and you don't have to buy an additional receiver. So the choice is yours. I'll put some links in the description, but after playing with this for a short while, I'm really digging this. These are some quality controllers. I'm really glad Sega stuff is getting a lot of love from multiple companies now. This one was one I was really excited for. So just want to give you guys a quick first look at this bad boy. I think it's pretty damn sweet, and look forward to the rest of this week. We are going to be doing streams solely dedicated to testing new controllers. So stay tuned for that, guys. Really do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Smash that like button, make sweet ass love to that notification bell. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. We got a lot of cool giveaways coming up. I'm actually going to be giving away a bunch of controllers and stuff. This might be in there too, so stay tuned for that. With that said, guys, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, bye-bye, and boom. Bye.